big time Nintendo news on the upcoming Switch Pro. Rumors from Bloomberg, a very reputable source. Here we go. All right, so there's an article on Bloomberg called Nintendo Plans Upgraded Switch Replacement as Soon as September by Takashi Mochizuki. Apparently this guy's got a good history and you don't want to bet against him in the gaming industry as far as rumors and stuff like that. So, and it is on Bloomberg, is behind a paywall. I did leave a link to the article below if you have access to a limited number of free articles per month. You can go check out the article yourself. And credit to YouTube channel Nintendo Prime for bringing this to my attention. They seem to be a pretty cool channel. I checked out a couple of their videos. They do Nintendo news, and they're up and coming, 60, 70,000 subscribers, something like that. So go check them out if you would like. Let's get right into the news here. Nintendo plans upgraded Switch replacement as soon as September. Nintendo plans to begin assembly of the Switch Pro, or the Switch replacement, as soon as July, and will release an upgraded replacement for its 4-year game console in September or October. So I don't see this as a Switch with a Switch Lite option and a Switch Pro option. It seems like the Switch is being replaced with a better version of the Switch, and the Switch Lite will continue to sell. New console is likely to be priced higher than the original, which is at $299. It's been the same since it launched back in 2017. It may be announced ahead of the E3 conference, which we're basically almost there. We're 2 weeks away from that. That starts June 12th. And this should allow publishers at E3 to showcase their full range of game announcements, which will be supported by the Switch. So I'm guessing that there is third-party support for this new version of the Switch, where there will be games on it that would not have been on the regular Switch, which is exciting. And I think there's that has the ring of truth as far as being before E3. It will be sold alongside the $199 Switch Lite, and the $299 original model will be phased out over time. Assemblers will start shipping the new model as early as July, with production planned to ramp up to a peak during the quarter that is from October to December. So Nintendo runs on a different quarterly system as far as its finances are concerned. Its financial year is different than a calendar year. So that may be Q3 in their financial year. I'm not totally sure on that, but I know that a lot of companies run with different years because they like to include the whole holiday season and post-holiday season in the same financial year. So I think they may run from April to March, but I would have to look into that. At any rate, it's going to peak somewhere in the October, November, December range production-wise, okay? 7-inch OLED display from Samsung. Okay, so that's an upgrade over the existing 6.2-inch screen in the original Switch. And of course, the 5.5-inch screen in the Switch Lite. Faster Nvidia technology, apparently capable of 4K when docked with a TV. What I'm guessing that means is it may use DLSS to upscale real time from 1080p to look nice on a 4K display, which the current Switch does not do. Rising labor costs and part shortages are likely to contribute to the increase in price, and suppliers expect their per unit revenue with Nintendo's hardware to increase. Okay, Nintendo stock has been rising for 6 straight days ahead of today, Thursday, which supports the theory of anticipation of new hardware. Part shortages impact the cutting-edge technology in Xbox Series X and PS5 more than in Nintendo's hardware parts, but shortages, of course, are still likely, which seems to be Nintendo's way. So it's going to probably be hard to get one of these new Switches right off the bat unless you are pre-ordering or being very Johnny on the spot and getting to the store the moment that they're released, being in line, that kind of thing. This article was released at 10:35 p.m. last night, basement time. That's we're in Minnesota, so it's Central Standard Time. And so this is very new news. What do I think that this means? I took a couple notes here. I'm thinking it's going to be hard to get one. I'm thinking it's probably going to be $399, maybe $349. I'm also thinking that the old existing dock for the Nintendo Switch may not work with this new version of the Switch. That remains to be seen. That's my guess. But I do think that the old Joy-Con probably will work with it. I'm hoping that Nintendo has developed some better anti-drift Joy-Con technology to go with this new Switch Pro. That would be nice. very much hoping that the old Nintendo Switch Pro controller works with the new Switch, because I have a couple of those, and so that would be handy dandy. I'm expecting full backward compatibility with existing Switch games, and I'm hoping for some exciting third-party announcements of games that will be on the Switch at E3 because of this new hardware. We're going to find out pretty soon how reliable most of this rumor is by whether or not we actually get an announcement from Nintendo before E3. Hopefully you heard it here first in the basement, but I just wanted to help get the word out. I know that Nintendo Prime is a channel that's professional and doing well, almost as big as the basement, but not quite. And so I thought if a wider audience could get a hold of this news, that would just be good for Nintendo fandom in general. Are you excited about the Switch Pro? Do you already have a Switch? Is this an upgrade that you will be looking to make? Is it going to be harder to sell original Switches used on the market? I don't know. It might be smart to sell it before Christmas to a family that would like it as a Christmas gift. I'm very excited to see whether or not this will be the case. There's lots of rumblings about the Zelda 35th anniversary and what that will mean for announcements at E3 or after E3. I'm hearing rumors that Breath of the Wild 2 will have a new trailer at E3, and that the Zelda 35th anniversary direct from Nintendo will be announced at E3 and happen later in the year. I don't know when. I'm hearing rumors about Majora's Mask HD, Ocarina of Time HD, as well as re-releasing Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, which are currently on the Wii U, on the Switch. And boy, if we have those four, plus Skyward Sword, plus Breath of the Wild, plus Breath of the Wild 2, that's every major, first-party 3D Zelda game. Not like top-down 3D like Link's Awakening remake, but third-person 3D game all on one console, which sounds amazing. Hopefully those games won't all be $60 a pop. That would be a lot of money. I'm excited. Wanted to get this out to you as soon as possible, so not a lot of production value here. But let me know what you think about the new Switch Pro in the comments below. I'll be active in there and replying to comments and stuff. And I hope you guys have a great day in the basement.